Hey, thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Just want to introduce myself a little bit more. I've met most of you, many of you, over the last couple of years, but I haven't had a chance to really talk about what goes on in our classroom. So I wanted to be able to share that with you this evening or this afternoon, this morning, whenever you happen to be watching. So look at middle school science especially. My words I reflected over a lot this summer were curiosity, innovate, and create. And as reflected, these fit very closely to my core teaching philosophy, which is teach to wonder. So these words kind of guided my thinking as I reflected this summer to work to create the best science experience I could for our students and the best religion class experience for 8th graders. Science education, like I said, my core philosophy is teach to wonder. I don't always reach that goal, but it is the goal. And I see education as so important because it is a way of understanding the natural world and appreciating God's creation. And it's so important in our tech-heavy society that we live in. What about my methods? So a lot of projects, a lot of labs, a lot of problems. My goal is that our students think about science, not just know the material, but be able to work with it, to use it, to apply it to new settings. Again, I think this is why so many of our students like coming to my classes, because my focus isn't just content. Our focus is how do we use what we learn on. It's engaging in real work so we can rely on others, and we learn to work as a team. My classroom looks very different as some of you saw back to school night. And a lot of the difference is due to student input. You see the picture at the top right, that board is a collection of post-it notes from last year's science classes, reflecting things they liked and things they didn't. And a lot of those suggestions I use that kind of reform how my classroom looks. It's really designed to support group work and also some freedom of movement so that if they don't need to be working on a lab, there's room to kind of spread out on the floor to be comfortable. There's also some room to sit and read and work. So the goal really is to create a classroom that's very student-centered to engage them in their work and learning. There are also a lot of online resources that aren't visible. Things like Google Apps for Education, online textbook called CK12, which I'll be using routinely this year. Screencasts like this are often the only homework I'll assign for most of my classes. But we'll be relying a lot on each other and learn how to research and be good digital citizens. So thank you for spending a few minutes with me as I kind of talk about how the classroom works. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me through email at cstart@benedictine.edu or on Twitter @brocstart. God bless.